Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, freaking ho.
Merry Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm a new Jehovah's Witness. I don't believe in Christmas no more.
Oh, yeah? That's nice. Convenient.
I'm getting out of the fine kids shit this year.
Yeah.
Dude, with all them grandkids, you got to be working overtime.
Crazy.
Yeah, so.
Thank God we're not doing my mom's Christmas until like January 4th, so I got a little time.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so this is the last podcast before our break here, before Christmas. You know, we get on, we do one more episode, and then we take a couple months off, to recharge and, spend time with our families over the holidays and, use that extra evening to sand the drywall in our living room because, we don't like popcorn ceilings, shit like that, so we're going to give you guys one more episode before we take a little break. I mean, you guys that are Patreon members, you're going to have no break. And you'll see. You'll see that you'll have no break. I mean, you'll have a break from the rest of the guys, but not me. So, but the Patreon guys are not going to have a break. So, you guys will still be getting content in the interim. So, that's cool.
Nice.
I've already got it set up.
Sweet.
I already did it. Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and shit, even though Kwanzaa is fucking made up.
And Festivus.
Yeah, and Festivus as well. All that stuff. Really, why we're here, the main reason why we're doing this podcast, because typically, we just say screw it. Squeegee, you make some pretty good short videos on TikTok. Man, dude, thank you very much for saying that, dude. I appreciate you saying that. You don't know how much I really appreciate you saying that, dude. Like, I feel like I don't get a lot of love on TikTok, man. So I really appreciate you saying that, coming here and saying that. Thank you. But, yeah, the main reason that we're here this evening is because we're going to introduce you guys to the 2025 Window Cleaner of the Year. This guy is a true American patriot. You know what I mean? And we couldn't have another Window Cleaner of the Year without making this guy the Window Cleaner of the Year. You know what I mean? He's perfect.
It had to happen.
For the cards that had to fall in place for this to happen. There had to be an election that was won by a patriot. Just aliens had to fucking come in and invade our skies like the stars had to align. Am I right, Tim? They had to align for this. Mark has spent months cultivating materials. Like, this is a culmination of years of hard work, or a year of hard work.
Yeah.
And we're proud to announce that the 2025 Window Cleaner of the Year, sponsored by windowcleaner.com, is none other than Mario Chavez. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Show him the belt.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome, dude. Show him the belt, Mario. Show him the belt.
Here's the belt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
And it's even in English. Mario, you want me to translate that for you?
There we go.
Well, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And it kind of hit me, when TJ was giving me some advices back in the election day that I was a whole mess. But, I've started to get better, and I'm going to show my progress, and I'm going to send you some good material for the memes. I remember it good.
Yes. Yeah, dude, I honestly, I can't think of a better person, to be quite honest with you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think you'll be perfect for it if we could just keep you on Facebook. That's the only thing.
Keep you from hanging out with Philip Alexander. We'll be good to go.
Eddie's got a whole year He Lives material now to go along with the losing the rain to Mario. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you. And I didn't forget about the first, Mr. 777.
Nice.
Frank
Ray. I didn't forget about Mr. Eddie Stewart.
Yeah, you got his pink panties
Got his,
in there.
yeah, he's got his
Yes.
his pink panties on, aka his pink fucking
I
pocket
don't even know
square.
what is this thing.
It's called
Yeah.
the pocket square.
Yep.
Yeah, my son got this thing for
all gentlemen with a suit jacket on should have a pocket square.
All right.
Yeah.
We need a meme
for Eddie.
of Mario pinning Eddie in like a wrestling meme.
Yeah, dude. Like a
Oh
1,
yeah.
2, 3
We're
in the
gonna
middle
do
of the ring.
a battle royal.
So I just want to make sure everybody. I thought Mario's using Simpulse. He does. Mario's a big Simpulse supporter. He's super close with Mr. Phillip, as he likes to call him.
I haven't spoke to him like in 4 years almost.
He's been very quiet lately too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about, I would say he's maybe sent me one message this year. One message, which is not normal for, I think, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I see him, well, we seen him at, was it me and you, Tim, that seen him at the huge convention? And I wouldn't say that I was, I wasn't surprised, but he just seems, I wouldn't say, he just seems, kind of tired, like not,
Well, he didn't come over and hang out for any length of time that I saw. He
no
just said
time at
hello,
all.
moved on down the road.
Yeah. I fully expected to see him, especially when we took the picture for the calendar cover. I'm really surprised that he wasn't in that. And I don't think I seen him one time on the trade floor.
We saw him. He came walking by,
around,
but that's all I remember.
He didn't have a booth or anything, so he's just selling. He was carrying that hobo sack like thing with the Simple. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just trying to dude. He's shorter than Tanner, and it's wild.
Well, when we stood, we did a back to back, and it's very close.
Philip
is. I can't say either way.
Philip makes great polls. I'm not gonna. His polls are great. I have a Sim Shorty. The very first poll I ever bought from Philip was a Sim Shorty. I absolutely love that poll. I wish he would have continued making it, but he does other stuff now. I was a really huge fan of the shorter sections. I felt like it made the pole super stiff. And if you have ever seen, or if you are lucky enough to own, because I think they're discontinued now, a Squeegee Life water-fed pole, which is terrible because they sold out. There's not any more left, but there's no more in stock. But anyways, the design, I kind of, from my use of Simpoles, I kind of blended Simpoles together to come up with that. So, Philip's a good dude.
Did you keep one?
Huh?
Did you keep one of a Squeegee Life pole?
Oh yeah, I have the over my shoulder. You probably can't see it in this, but there's the very first one. It's called the Same Pole. It just as a joke. Chris did that to bust my balls. He's like, well, it's essentially what you did with Philip, right? I was like, he goes, oh, okay, so the same pole. I'm like, come on, dude. Philip didn't make a full run. He was supposed to start, like, there was going to be one pole that I designed that he was going to keep, producing, and he never did that. So that's why I kind of went another direction. And Philip's super hard to deal with at times. You know what I mean? He could be a handful, Philip. But if he really is having heart issues, man, my heart goes out to him. Really, it does, because
super nice guy.
Philip's a sweetheart of a guy, and I'm gonna say this: I feel like if Philip knew how to navigate his personality on the internet, Simpole would be a lot bigger name. His personality on the internet has done his brand damage. You know what I mean? Yeah. It really has.
He took that Uncle Phil character to a whole new level with the Simple.
I really wish that he would have figured that out. You know what I mean? I really do, because his poll is awesome. The polls are awesome. They're awesome. But
especially that one, the 22. Remember, TJ, when after you and Mr. Jason told him about some changes, it was supposed to be the shotgun, and he wrote shotgun or something.
Yeah.
That's a cool name,
dude. The Shogun pole. I have a Shogun. I had to break down and use it. I couldn't get my extension onto one of my zero poles because I didn't. There was the diameter of the end offender wouldn't allow it to go in the fucking pole, and I was hesitant to just pop that out. So until Alex Lambrinides reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, dude, you could just warm that up with a hairdryer and it'll pop out." And I was like, "Oh, okay, good." But I had to break down and use my Shogun, and I fucking scratched the dog piss out of it.
Yeah,
so I set it back in the corner
for about 4 years. I've never used it.
You know the one I'm talking about, the super shiny, fucking titty one. I got one.
Yeah. I bought one of those, and it's sitting on a rack in my shop because it's not. I just don't need it right now, and I think it's. I don't want to. I'm like, that thing is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful. Yeah, like this one. Look.
Yeah,
they're nice. I mean, there's just some of them that are just beautiful. I have one of every color of the new Zero trad poles, and I'm like, fuck, I got a bag for them. I got one of those Zero pole bags to put them in so they don't get scratched in my toolbox. And I don't want to scratch them up, man. You know what I mean?
Well, they are, like my pink pole, like the inside's hot pink and the outside's salmon.
Yeah, mine too. My red, I bought a red one and it turned pink, and I'm cool with it no matter. I still use it. I just bought the new one.
Everything that they do. I mean, Chris is like, we're gonna try this out and see how it works. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like with the colors, I know when he first started talking about the colors, and we were going back and forth, and I was like, man, it would be cool if you started making these in colors because people are gonna just buy the shit out of these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they match their business company colors and shit like that. Right. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. Right. And he's like, well, we'll try it out. And then, the first evolution of the color poles, it kind of wore off.
And they didn't slide through the clamps very well.
And then they came out with that matte finish, and that worked really well. I still have one of the matte finish poles that works really well. And now they've got this new glossy finish. And the glossy finish is pretty dope too. It's pretty durable. It's pretty durable.
No, mine's holding up. I mean, it's got some wear marks where it slides in and out where the clamps grab it. But you don't
have the new clamps on it?
Yeah, I made sure I got new clamps on it because it was right at the time.
My clamps don't even touch my pole unless I grab it.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't. But no, it's got some wear marks where the clamps are. Where I keep it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daily is the pole you gave me, TJ, the 20-footer.
Okay.
And it's, dude, I have no issue with it at all.
Do you have the? I still use my. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do a lot of videos, and those poles get used for videos. That's all I use them for. I'm gonna be completely and totally transparent about that. I am a vehement believer in the very first pole. I still use it. I have driven an hour back to a job to get that fucking pole.
I have that one too.
The very first one, I still use it.
It seems to be lighter than all the rest too.
The reason why it's lighter, Mark, is because we've worn all the carbon fiber off of it.
On mine, it's because it sits in the sun all day, and I use the crap out of it. You could see the fibers of the carbon shining through the black. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right.
It's just warm, but you know what? It's like a pair of sneakers. I mean, it's still comfortable to use.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the pole I use all the time too, Tim. The classic. Yeah, classic.
It's just that's my favorite, and then I carry the pink one, or I'll have the green one. It
doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. No, I like the pink one though.
I was hoping, now that I'm thinking about it, I was hoping to have I was thinking, based on all of the bravado and, assuredness, I was really expecting Seth to be on this podcast. Weren't you guys? I mean, he said, I'll be back before Christmas. Am I right? I mean, he was very confident that he would be back before Christmas.
Well, now that his second baby went home.
And all of us were like, dude, that's not going to happen. Mark was like, dude, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Tim was like, there's no way. I'm like, it's not happening, bro. He's like, no, man, it's going to be done, dude. I'm going to have my room done. Everything's going to be cool. No, dude.
I'll put the kids out on the swing set and come inside. I don't think so.
No, dude. It never works out that way.
I took him down in Fantasy League this week.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I'm in the finals.
Nice. Good for you, man. I told you before I played that I was going to get my ass kicked. I told you.
I did, dude. I won at 140 to 135. There was no, and then golf had like 170 points or some shit like that. And I'm playing friggin' Mahomes or something. Yeah, I played Mahomes.
I've got a. I mean, the people that I was facing. I mean, the people I had eligible to play. Like my team is shot, man. Like everybody is fucking hurt. Like everybody. Yeah, it's just one of my one. Justin Waddle, he didn't even fucking play. That was a game time decision. And what was I gonna do? You know what I mean?
So he had Cup and I had Mooney, right? Neither one of them a single friggin' point this week. They played the whole game, but they just none of them had receptions. It's wild, dude. It was just a wild week. So yeah, and then I'm going against Damien, who just wrecked his truck. So that's who I'm playing. But he got over 200 points this week.
I'm trying to get a. I was thinking about doing a legacy league.
How you do that?
It's one where you draft players and they're just on your, like a regular, like you have the same dudes every year. And like you keep drafting dudes like a normal NFL team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I want to talk to Seth about it and see what Seth thinks. But I do like the ESPN stuff, but it sucks when I literally lost like fucking like the 4 best people on my team are fucking out for the year. And there's no way to replace that. You can't replace that. you can't replace. Now 1 player, 2 players you might be able to, but 4 fucking guys, like what am I gonna do, man? You know what I mean? Right. There's no fixing that. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun. We don't really talk a lot of shit in the chat. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is, I wish we could figure out a way to like maybe we'll just turn the Discord into, because I do have a Discord channel. Maybe we'll just turn the Discord into a fantasy football chat. You know what I mean? I don't know. So Mario, how's it going out there in California, dude?
It's better, man. It's better. After the election, gas prices went down. Probably it will sound crazy, but we're so happy we're pumping gas at 389. That's great for us.
Compared to what you guys have been paying, yes.
324 today.
Y'all just need to get rid of Gavin Newsom now, and things might get better.
I think he's just doing that, and I'm pretty sure he just signed a legislation or something like that he's gonna rise the taxes. But I'm pretty sure he's letting the gas to go down right now. So when Trump gets in office,
he'll raise it up.
They'll say, "Oh, look, we were better back in December."
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, isn't there like a state of an emergency in California right now?
Yes, and just a lot of crazy stuff. But
there's already a new sickness in California that Gavin Newsom has put a state of emergency out for. So that's great.
What sickness?
H1N1.
Yeah.
It's back.
That's what Gavin's saying.
Well, listen, man. When you bring in 20 million people from different countries, you're going to get some different shit, bro.
Yeah, right.
20 million of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be no getting around that for sure. Yeah, there's going to be no getting around that. Tim, I'll send you some clamps. Count how many clamps you need for your pole, and I'll send you new clamps.
All right, I'll do that. You got them?
One of the benefits of doing some Zero promotion is I got a box of fucking clamps. I asked dude for a clamp. I'm like, hey man, can you send me? I need 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Right? Because I wanted to put new clamps on my old pole. You know what I mean? I'm like, every time there's an upgrade, I'm gonna upgrade. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep those tubes. I'm gonna keep the tubes, but I'm gonna replace the clamps at any time there's an innovation. Yeah. Well, Alex, I get a box and it's like fucking like 3 or 4 sets of clamps, like fucking 1 through 8. I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I gonna do with all these clamps?
I've never seen these clamps.
They're good,
dude. They're pretty fucking slick, dude. They're awesome. When you release the new Zero clamp, the pole just, I mean, if you go like this, it's gonna shoot out the end.
Yeah, but here's the thing I figured out the other day. If you can probably show us, Mario. Open the clamp, lift the pole up 3 feet, and with the clamp open, just rest your finger or your thumb on top of the lever.
It'll hold it.
and it locks it down so it doesn't slam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take your other thumb and push down on that open lever.
This one?
Yes. Now push down, not up, down, and then let go. No.
Let go. Take your thumb off your other thumb off the pole.
And then go like that.
No.
His doesn't seem to be loose.
It'll do it.
See,
it slams closed.
Yeah, it slams closed. What he's telling you is unlock the pole and keep your other thumb on the lever, and when you let it go, just barely
push
hold
down
it and it'll catch it. Yeah, just let it go.
Okay. Oh yeah, a little. Just...
No. You're closing it. Push down on it, Mario.
Oh, down.
Push it down towards the floor. Yes. Now, look. Now let go of the top. Now just let your thumb up a little bit, and it'll let it down nice and slow.
What he's saying is you could use the fucking clamp to control the fucking drop of the pole. Right. Is what he's trying to tell you. Because
the thing's 30 feet up and it's got a brush on it with hose. It's heavy. Yeah.
Well,
that's what I do with mine.
If you go to my TikTok, I do it on my TikTok.
I just did it on
the exact same thing that Mark is saying right now. I've done a video. What Mark is trying to explain, I do in a video.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right, Mark. You just barely touch that clamp, and it'll you can control the descent of that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to let go of the... No, you're doing it wrong, but, whatever. It's fine. It's English. You know what I mean? It's English. It's a problem. We understand.
You're lucky I'm a new guy now. It's about peace.
All right. Okay. Hey, listen, we don't want you to be a prude. We just don't want you to say the shit that you normally say. Just stop sharing some of the shit that you share, and then everything will be fine, dude. You know what I mean?
No, I did. I think I say my farewell with some George Floyd thing, and then I was gone.
I need to send Mario that George Floyd meme that I made.
Yeah, you need to send that to him. He would really like that. But the problem is he'll fucking it'll make it. He'll want to post it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna trigger something.
Yeah.
In the last episode of next year, send it to me.
Everybody that's watching, man, how is your end of the season into Christmas shaping up? Let us know in the comments there how your end of the season's going. I know mine's pretty much wrapped up. I got the 40-foot Christmas tree fucking lit yesterday. It's 2 weeks in the making. I get the whole tree decorated. And, they tested the lights. I'm just there. I'm the lift guy.
Yeah.
I'm the lift guy. Nobody wants to get up in the lift. They're all scared. He's like, will you come and do it? I'm like, sure. So I rented a lift, went out there, got the cord through the tree, put a piece of PVC down to put a star on top, which I tried to tell them that was not going to work, but we'll get to that. I'm just telling my story to give guys a chance to write in the comments there how their season's going or how it's shaping up. But so I get there, I decorate half the tree. They want to change the lights. They're like, guy pulls up in a pickup truck, the head honcho. He's like, hey, I want to use these. Take those all off. And as you can imagine, I was not fucking happy.
I would be frustrated.
I was very frustrated with that. And I was like, okay. I said, so these work because they have no power out here because the electrician never showed up to pull power off the pole. So I'm decorating this 40-foot tree.
Hoping that it's going to work.
Hoping that this is going to work. So I pull all the Christmas lights off. I want to add this to the scenario. It was literally real feel, negative 12 degrees. I had about a stiff 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze. It was very cold, and I spent 7 hours in that basket that day, putting the lights on that tree. So I get all finished. I'm like, finally, we're done. I drive the lift over to where I wanted to park it so it'd be easy for my cousin to come pick it up. They show back up with this big, 4 arms of extension cords. They just went out and bought 4 50 or 100-foot extension cords, heavy duty. They're like, we're going to light her up. I'm like, cool. And I was like, so I I'm standing there in the basket. They plugged in. He's like, the top don't work. So I was instantly pissed off, instantly mad. I went over. He's like, it's just not plugged in. It fell out. I'm like, God damn it. So I get up there. It's plugged in.
Yeah.
I check the end. It's fine. I reset the thing. It's fine. Yeah, so the lights on top half of the tree wouldn't work. Then, come find out, they didn't have any more lights. So we had to wait. So I had to go back another day. So I go back another day. I get there. This Monday. I get there. They're white lights. They're not the multicolored lights that he wanted, LEDs. So the lights we had been waiting on for a week and a half showed up the wrong color from Amazon. So that was great. He's like, well, I got more lights coming tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So I go back a third time. We wire this whole tree again, top to bottom. She works. Like, let's put the star on. There's a lot of controversy over the star. Because I feel like dudes that sit at a desk all day and like don't really get out and work with their hands, and aren't out in the real world and don't have the necessary critical thinking skills, like on the job, like let's solve a problem type shit.
Yeah, solving problems as you're working.
Yes. Yeah. And I, from the very beginning, as I had mentioned, I'm not happy with the decision to use Schedule 40 1-inch PVC as a sleeve to hold the star. I'm not a fan of this, because it's going on the top of a tree, and a spruce tree, a blue spruce like a pine, the top of it's thin, you know what I mean? And I was like, maybe we should use like a piece of gas line. And they were like, gas line? What do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a little more expensive, but I'll be able to fasten it to the tree better. I'll go and I'll zip tie it to hold it, and then I'll take some pipe clamps and fucking wrap them around the tree and, you know what I mean, tighten it down, and then we can loosen it and tighten it as the tree grows, whatever. I said, and that way when I get down to the bottom, we have like 10 foot. We need at least 10 foot of pipe in this tree to make sure that when you put the star on the top, it don't bust the top of the tree out or bust the fucking pipe, whatever. No, this is going to work. So he makes this dealio, this giant star. I mean, it was so big I couldn't get it into the basket, so I made them. They're like, well, why don't we just control the basket for you on the ground? I was like, there ain't a dude that's standing here right now that I trust running this fucking machine. The only person that's running the machine is me. I'm not getting in the basket and you guys run the machine for me. That's not happening. I'm not doing that. I said, so what's going to happen is this super duper fragile fucking star that you guys made that's too big. Because, in a lift in a basket, you got to hold the button down while you operate the levers so the machine knows that you're holding down with both hands. There's like a safety switch that you got to hold, and then you run the levers to go up and down. I couldn't run the lift up and down, hold on to this giant friggin' star. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm like, I weigh 245, 248 right now. The basket limit is 440. There was no way me and another one of those is just getting this basket. So I was like, two of you is going to have to get in the basket, and I'll run it. Because you guys ain't running me up there. I'm not having it. I don't trust you guys. It's not that I don't like you. I just don't trust you. But I can run the machine. You can trust me. You've seen me run this machine here for years and years. But you're not doing it for me. So they got up there. They put the star in the tree. And as soon as they let go, the top of the tree snapped, the pipe broke, and the fucking star rolled down the fucking tree. Like I said was going to happen. You know what I mean? Exactly what I said was going to happen happened. Yeah. And I want to say, I was reviewing the footage because some of the stuff is going, I'm making YouTube videos again. I told you guys I was going to do that.
Oh, nice.
But I'm not going to release anything until next week because it's Christmas. We're not going to have a podcast, so I'm going to start releasing content then. But anyways, I started going through the fucking footage. These guys, when we had the lights on the first day that we were there, when we had the white lights unwound and we were walking them around the tree I had a guy on the ground walking around the tree, and I would just move the lift around and get them placed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They left the fucking lights strung across the fucking parking lot, and people were driving over them. 8 cars drove over these fucking.
And they wonder why they're not working.
Yeah, and I had a time lapse. I had my camera going on time lapse. And I didn't review any of the footage until I started going through to edit a video for YouTube. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fucking that same car comes back. That's 5. You know what I mean? And then fucking 3 more cars driving. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. And I told him, I said, hey man, I just caught my time lapse video because I told him I was taking a time lapse of it. I said, just so you know, the lights ran over about a total of 8 times before while you guys are on your fucking hot cocoa break.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, dude, we gotta go inside. I mean, I'm in the lift in the air. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the lift in the air. I'm having to take my fucking gloves off every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm not out there, like, these dudes had, like, full Carhartt, like, fucking bibs and fucking jackets on. I'm out there in a fucking sweatshirt and my vest, you know what I mean? And my hat, you know what I mean? I have my underclothes on, of course. But, dude, these guys act like they ain't never stood outside before, man. Like, I mean, come on, dude.
They
like,
have, but not for that long.
Yeah, but if they wouldn't have been so such big babies about it, it would have been done 2 hours quicker. And we wouldn't have had to
just this tree.
Huh?
How much does he have invested in just the tree?
Well, it's actually a state grant for the decorations.
Okay.
Because because of the type of facility that it is.
Yeah. So it's not his money.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Yeah, it's not his money.
I beg your pardon, TJ. What was the temperature at that moment?
What, the first time?
No, when they were just,
Oh, it was. I mean, it was cold. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. It wasn't. It was cold, and they were dressed appropriately, is what I'm saying. And even dressed appropriately, they were crying. I was like, "There's no way you guys are colder than me. I'm like fucking 40 feet in the air. It's just not possible." They're down on the ground, surrounded by buildings and trees and shit, and I'm up in the air like a fucking flag in the wind. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you're colder than me. You know what I mean? Come on, this is not possible.
20s?
Oh yeah, it was below 0. It was below 0.
Oh.
The wind chill factor, it was below 0. It was I want to say it was -10. So it was cold, man. It was cold. I'm not saying that it wasn't cold. I'm just saying, if you have thermal underwear on, blue jeans, a pair of insulated bibs, and then an insulated Carhartt like Mark you were wearing, imagine that, but with like 3 layers underneath. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, these guys were bundled up and cried the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is terrible, dude. Like, the whole deal was this. They asked me to do this. I do a lot of work for these people. They want to evolve this decorating, and they want to do more every year. Because they're going to apply for the grant every year, and they want to do more every year, and they want me on board. He's like, I want you to help us. And even though he goes, I know I probably should have reached out to you first. I mean, even though I don't decorate, I'm not a holiday light guy. I felt like I told him, I was like, maybe you should have asked me what was because I would have just bought a spool of lights if I was him, and just made a set of lights just for that tree instead of combining fucking 8 sets of lights on this.
Yeah, with 48 plugs on it.
Yeah, it was just stupid. It was fucking dumb. You know what I mean?
I don't want to knock the Christmas light guys, but Christmas, like, professional Christmas lighting is really generic. Like, it's all the same.
It is all the same, but I think where guys will separate themselves, like Seth separates himself with the storage of the lights, the putting up, the taking down the storage. I mean, he sells you a light package for your house, and then he like takes care of it for you. That is where you separate yourself. I'll just be honest with you, it's not something I'm gonna do.
I have no interest in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for these guys, and that's all I'm ever doing. I'm not doing it for anyone else.
Went to Nashville.
Huh?
I absolutely had 100. I was full in going to do it this year until we went to Nashville, and you just realize, man,
There's a lot to it, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And there's a lot of people that do it. There's a lot of guys around here that do it. I know I could get my foot in the door, but like I've said on previous podcasts, I have something that I'm adding to my business in the spring. I'm not 100% committed to it, but I actually have a friend of mine that's wanting to start a little bit of a side hustle, and I think him and I may go in on this aspect of the business and, start another little side shoot. And this coupled with my business, I think I'm going to make some money. I'm going to definitely, without question, make my money back. I just don't know how profitable it's going to be or also how much of a hassle. I know it could be profitable, but what I'm concerned about is the hassle.
How much jail time is there if you...
Say that one more time.
How much jail time at the end?
Jail time? No, nothing's worth jail time. Nothing.
No, nothing. What are you gonna do? You gonna tell us?
I'm gonna spider spray.
Oh yeah. We talked about that. That's ingenious. I think you should do that.
Do you have to have a pest control license for that?
Yes, you do have to have one.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, I don't know if it's different in different states.
That's going to work out well.
I know here we have
it's $35 a year.
You have to take tests or something?
You get just one.
Yeah. Yep. That's cool.
Don't inhale. I think you should do great.
There's one examination. It's not even really an examination. It's just like, did you read the book?
Yeah.
And then there's a yearly fee you have to pay. And you just got to wear your PPE.
My brother-in-law worked for one of the national pest control companies, and he was telling me about it.
I'm just doing spiders.
I'm always interested in, different service businesses. And I was like, how come pest control is so much bigger than window cleaning? There's no national window cleaning except for franchises, and that's not the same.
Well, a lot of national companies don't just specialize either. All I'm spraying is spiders. I'm not doing fucking spray your house. I'm not doing inside the house. I'm doing exterior spider treatments because 99.9% of my customer base has their house sprayed for spiders. My residential and most of my commercial stuff. And I think being able to possibly sell this to my commercial clients will also be a benefit.
You put a mailer out with your invoice?
That's all I'm going to do is in the spring, once I'm all set up and ready to go, I'm going to send everybody a postcard, and it's going to let them know that if you want your houses sprayed for spiders in the spring, this is how much I'm going to charge you. I'll be able to get them their spider spray and then schedule their window cleaning right then and there, so there's no bullshit. Because they always have to wait to call me because their spider guy never fucking shows up. Well, I'm your window guy. You know I'm going to show up, and I'll do your spider spray. So
right, and you're not going to look at spider
spray on your windows. I'm not doubling my revenue by any stretch of the imagination. However, this will open up, I think, more clients to me for window cleaning. But also, it'll be a nice little easy add-on that I can do quickly with not a lot of labor. Add on to my business. You know what I mean?
You are already in the places.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm actually thinking about buying an older F-250, a 3/4 ton. What I want is, and I'm going to say this to Mark, and he's going to tell me like all kinds of shit. But what I want is an older truck. I want an older truck with a straight 6 in it. I want spark, fuel, and air to be my only concerns with this vehicle. That's all I care. Yeah, I want to go old school.
I would.
I want to go old school. My next vehicle. I would rather, let's put it this way. I would rather put 20 grand into an older truck than spend $60,000 to $70,000 on a new truck, because I just feel like this. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm talking a lot, but I want to tell you guys something. I had to have the fucking starter changed on my fucking pickup truck, right? The lowest estimate I got for this was like fucking $500 for the labor.
Yeah.
And then we were like, my cousin's like, we can do that. We'll do it. And so I'm like, cool, we'll do it. And it took us 8 hours to get that starter in and out of that fucking truck. It was a nightmare.
If it's anything like the 5.0, the 4.6,
There's that one bolt.
3 bolts, and there's one bolt you can't get.
On top of the starter, you have to fucking feed a wrench around the fucking manifold. And my exhaust manifolds on my truck, Mark, are when we jacked the truck up, something fell on the ground, and my cousin's like, dude, you know what that is? And I'm like, no. He goes, that is a manifold bolt. One of your manifold bolts just fell out of the truck.
Yeah.
My manifolds are shot.
Yeah. That's and I just with what you got up there for the snow.
I'm just, dude, I'm just done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done fucking wrenching on, because it seems like it's planned obsolescence. Like, it's like they, you know what I mean? Like, the things that are going wrong, like the starter, I can understand, that's a wear item. But for the state of the piping and the manifolds and shit, like the state of some of the components now, it's just like, dude, what the fuck were they thinking?
I'll tell you what. I'm just going to tell you what I would buy if I was in your situation. A 90s 3/4 or 1 ton.
Uh-huh.
I would look for the 1 ton because you can get them with the flatbed already on it, perfect for what you're going to do. With a 306 cylinder and a 5-speed. You'll never have to work on that thing ever. And if you do have to work on it, you can stand under the hood.
Yeah,
literally,
that's what I'm looking for. I want a 300. I want a Ford 300. I want it to be manual. I want to push the clutch. I just
5-speed.
I want a 5-speed. I want no bullshit. I want crank down windows. No, I want the most exotic. The most exotic thing I want in this truck is a fucking stereo for my phone to fucking
and a steering wheel.
And a steering wheel. That's it. I don't want no crazy shit. That's what I'm looking for. So, Mark, I'm gonna actually have you. I almost, if it was Christmas time. I'll keep my eyes
open because they come along here. We don't have them rot out like you guys.
Jennifer would kill me, but I seen a 1979 four-eyed Mustang LX with original houndstooth interior.
Yeah.
This brand new paint job on it. It looks really, really good from the videos and the pictures on the internet. $3,300.
That's cheap.
I wanted to go get that car so bad, but I knew it was not a good business decision.
Yeah, no.
I knew that would not be a good estimate vehicle, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. That's a fun vehicle. That's not for work.
Yeah, that's not for work. But I do feel I've gotten the go ahead for in the spring when I pick back up. I'm gonna start looking. I'm gonna get me I want a Mustang. I really do.
Yeah.
But like the Mustang I want, I can never afford. You know what I mean? They just want too much money for those. I'll never be able to afford. So I'm gonna have to settle.
you see that new Mustang GTD that just ran?
Listen, I don't even want to talk about it, dude. That fucking car makes me want to win the lottery. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's such a beautiful car, dude.
That GTD just set a record. The only American production car that's run it in under 7 minutes.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a nasty car.
Yeah, unbelievable car.
Yeah,
that's the one you wanted, TJ, or which one is the one you want?
I've always wanted the Gone. I wouldn't say the Gone in 60 Seconds car per se, not an Eleanor per se, but I've always liked those. My favorite is the one in Bullet. That's my favorite Mustang, and you know what I'm talking about, the fastback Mustang. I just.
The problem is, even if you find them, they've come down a little bit, but
they're still
even
very
if you
expensive.
Find one, they're super expensive, man.
They're still out of my price range.
Yeah,
you know,
they are an old car.
Yeah,
but you'll always get your money back out of something like that too.
Well, there's that, but I also look at it this way: if I take that same money or part of that money, I can go buy me something kind of cool. You know what I mean? And also have a really nice work truck. I don't ever have to put a whole bunch of money into. I just got to maintenance it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just do the maintenance on it. I just want something that's easier to maintain. I can get that straight six going by myself at any time. There won't be any issues I will have working on that truck. But this truck that I got sitting in my driveway right now, you got to have fucking tech support. We had to get a hold of Ford. Like the kid that works in my cousin's shop now used to work for Ford, and he had to call and get the login code for Ford's tech manual to find out how the fuck they get the starter out of this truck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
dude, it was insane, dude. It was insane.
when I did mine, I pulled the starter out and I called my buddy that works at Ford, and he goes, okay, the only way to get to that bolt is a 6-inch extension with a swivel on the end, and you can't sink the socket onto the extension all the way. You got to let it, not on the detent.
We had to get a wobble socket.
Yes.
That's what we used.
And you're going to get a quarter turn.
It was, dude. If you got a quarter turn, then you must have had a ratchet with no rubber handle on it.
Well, here's the funny thing. I pulled that starter out one time, and then when I put the new motor in that F-150, when I had the body off, it was just a rolling chassis with the bed. I go, I'm ordering a starter for this thing, brand new, because now I could stand there and see what I need to. You understand what I'm saying?
My starter sounds like the starter on my cousin's brand new F-150.
Yeah, fast.
It doesn't sound like an old starter. It sounds. It does a weird, high pitched, different kind of noise.
Yeah, they're different manufacturers, different brushless.
Well, this one's got a lifetime warranty on it. The guy's like, "This has got a lifetime warranty on it," and I'm standing there, and I'm just like, "Yeah, this thing's if this starter don't work or this starter goes bad, I'm buying a new truck."
I'll tell you what my buddy told me.
I'm buying a new truck right now.
The 5.0 has the 3 bolts, and the top one is the one that's impossible to get to. Okay, he's like, don't take the other 2 out so it stays square to the bell housing. Work.
I heard the 5.3 is super easy. Is it a 5.6? Is it a 5.3 or 5.6? It's a 5.3. I heard that one's super easy to get out.
I know my diesel is easy. It's all right there. But on he goes to me, did you get that starter in? I go, yeah, it's done. And he's like, did you put the top bolt in? Because you got 2 more. And I go, yeah. And he works at Ford. He goes, we don't put the top bolt back. He goes, once we get it out, he goes, we crank the shit out of the other 2. I go, well, I'm not that guy.
We discussed that when once we got it out. Yeah. We were like kind of mulling over, I wonder if 2 bolts will work. You know what I mean? And I was just like,
it will.
I told this is what I told my luck, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, if the motor coughs and kicks back, it'll break the top. It'll break the snout of that starter right off. It'll tear those ears right off.
Well, dude. It was probably one of the harder mechanical jobs I've seen on a vehicle. The other, if they kind of say in that little instruction book that the Ford dealerships use, like troubleshooting book, that where to take something out. I didn't know that they had that. Like they have a procedure how to get shit out, and one step of the procedure was to undo motor mounts and jack the motor up.
Jack the motor up.
And I was concerned. I was concerned about doing that because of the shape of my manifolds. I was like, it's probably gonna rip the fucking manifolds off my fucking motor. I don't want to do that. I was scared that it was gonna.
I wouldn't worry about it. If you don't have any exhaust leaks, I wouldn't worry about it.
No, that's the crazy thing. I don't have an exhaust leak on that truck. There's no.
Because here's what happened. I guarantee you that bolt is broken off halfway.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a stud there now without a head. Mm-hmm. And the gasket is what's sealing it, and everything around it is still pulled tight.
Right.
Eventually, it might start to leak, but I doubt it.
Well, by the time that it does, I will be moved on to something else.
Yeah.
My cousin's got a 250 sitting there, 3/4 ton 250. It's got a Jasper engine in it. It's barely any miles on it. It needs a tune-up. I think it's less than 10,000 miles on this brand new Jasper motor, this rebuilt Jasper they put in it. Or they bought the truck with it in it at an auction. And it needs a seat. It does need a seat, but I think it's the perfect platform. I don't need nothing fancy. If I'm going to go have it wrapped, there's no rust on it. I could go have it wrapped and make it look nice. I could always build a bed for the back of it and do like you said. Because what I would like to do is have my pure water skid, my spray equipment on there, and maybe even possibly enough room for a 100-gallon tank and a pressure washer. Maybe have a buffer. I could, you know what I mean, just to do a little bit of this and a little house washing. Just have it all on one truck. Put a fucking ladder rack on it. Drive it in. Drive it out of the shop. Fucking I'll drive the Ranger to and from work. You know what I mean? From home. You know what I mean? And in the wintertime, I'll just park the big truck and scoot around in the Ranger doing small residential and fucking storefronts in the wintertime. Fuck it. I don't need nothing special. That Ranger runs like a fucking top.
Yep.
It sounds like a bag of fucking sockets driving down the road. It's all leaning to one side and shit. I got a bad shock on the left-hand side and a bad shackle on the left-hand side. So every time I'm in it and my cousin and everybody see me, they pick on me. Because the trucks, I'm a big dude in that little ass Ranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see me driving down the road, it looks like I weigh 7,000 pounds. And it's manifold, maybe 4 foot of maybe 3 foot of fucking tailpipe, and then a muffler with no tailpipe on the end. So, and all the baffling is blown out of the muffler and rattles inside of it. So it sounds like a fart can exhaust. It's so fucking terrible, dude. But I'm gonna work on that. That's coming up. I'm gonna be doing. I'm actually gonna shoot that and put that on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get the Ranger in shape.
Nice.
This winter, yeah.
What? For March?
Huh?
What's that, Mario?
You gonna do that before March? Get the Ranger in shape? Yeah.
Yeah. It all depends. I mean, the Ranger really is just me getting out there and doing it. I have the parts. I just need to put a shackle on it, put new shocks on it, and figure out the exhaust. I have to buy a new muffler for it. I need to get a tailpipe. What happened was I put a brand new muffler on it with no tailpipe, and there's no back pressure. It blew the fucking baffling out of it. So
just fix the shackle.
Okay, you go.
Fix the shackle. Go to a muffler shop and give them $200 and let them put a.
All right.
Fuck with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would do, and I fucking build shit. I would be like, I want a quiet muffler. I want a tailpipe out, behind the rear tire. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I don't want to hear this fucking thing run.
Right.
Okay, and get in there and do it.
Well, I have an electrical gremlin somewhere that's causing this fucking truck not to shift right. It shifts fine, then the check engine light comes on, and then it doesn't shift right anymore.
Just ride around with a scanner on your seat and delete the code as you're going down the road.
Yeah. Well, it keeps giving me the same one. It keeps giving me the same one. It's that speed sensor in the diff.
Yep, the VSS.
So
the VSS.
I'm wondering.
That?
Well, this is the thing I'm worried about is when I took the old one out, there was still something. I don't know if when I pulled the old sensor out, that part of the old sensor, the housing for the sensor, is still stuck in there, and the new one just happenstance.
Oh, there's your problem right there.
Do you think that's what that is?
Able to pull it, listen, but I don't think
should that be an empty hole, or it should be a well?
Okay, it's going to be a hole, and if you shine a flashlight in there, it's going to be hard to see because it's like at the top, right?
Uh-huh.
You're going to shine a flashlight in there. You should see what's called a tone ring, which is teeth, little teeth. Uh-huh. Basically, it's a magnetic sensor that counts those teeth as they roll around.
Okay.
Okay, if you can see shiny teeth, or pull the diff cover off and pull the sensor out, you'll see light. If you don't see light, you've got to get the rest of it out.
Okay.
If it's stuck in there, you pull the cover off.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's exactly what's wrong.
Then that's your problem, because a new speed sensor has to be able to read the teeth.
So what I've done is I've inserted the new one on inside of the old housing.
Old one, and it's probably not seated down all the way, and it's a magnetic pickup. It's a very simple setup. It's a 2-wire magnet, okay, and it's just counting every time.
Is that
damn? It was way crazy, Miles. Shit, he's better than fucking YouTube.
Tanner, do you? All right, this is my. That doesn't control my speedo and my odometer, does it?
Yes, it does.
It does. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, it reads off the VSS, and it also controls your anti-lock. If your anti-lock brake light is on, or you don't have anti-lock, then it's the VSS. Is that part of your problem too?
What I don't like is I've talked to him about this before, Tim.
Now you know it.
And now he's divulging all his knowledge. He's like fucking Gandalf. Keep your secrets. You know what I mean? You fucking bastard.
I've been told by a lot of people, that I overload them with too much information, and then they remember none of it. That's the truth.
That's the truth. Mark's like, listen, I didn't want to confuse you.
It's not going to confuse me, but that's what it is.
I'll be back next week.
I can tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to take the fucking bed off that truck. After Christmas, and me and my buddy Jason are gonna take the bed off the truck. I'm gonna replace all the shackles on it. I got a whole shackle kit. I'm doing front and rear shackles on all of it. And that's what I'm because I want to pull the bed off because the rail that holds the bed is collapsed on the one side, so the bed kind of, you know what I mean, it's got a little I need to that's all rusted out underneath there.
Yeah.
So I need to take that off. I want to cut those off, and I've got some fucking steel. We're just gonna do some tack welds and fucking so it's sitting on new shit. And if I need to, I will put this is my plan. If the new big truck is gone by the time I'm ready to buy it, because I have 2 trucks now, I will, if that doesn't work out the way I want it to, I'll put the spray rig in the Ranger. Yeah. What I would like to do is be able to be out in the field and do both at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to just tell you this.
What?
With the spray rig and your skid, you plan on putting, at that point, you're done capacity on your Ranger.
I wouldn't, just the spray rig in my Ranger is all it would be able to handle. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do both. I don't think I would be able to do both in my I could do both in my F-150, but it's going to be hell on the truck.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough on the truck. So that's why I'm hoping that my cousin doesn't sell that truck, because that's the one I want to buy, unless I can find what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to find what I'm looking for, a late model with a straight 6 in it. I don't know the likelihood of me finding one of those in a price range that makes fucking sense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? What I want to do makes sense, but what people are wanting for these fucking trucks right now is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous what they want for an old truck.
Cousin?
Huh?
Including your cousin?
No. The one that my cousin's has is like an 05 or an 06. No, it might be an 08. I would prefer, I don't want that. Because it's got the little thing that says ding, 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 fucking click your seatbelt on. I want a truck that's dumb. It doesn't know anything except for it's on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want the truck to be smarter than me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, so I know what people are going to say in the comments about you're going to need a Flintstone mobile and shit like that. Save it, because I'm smart.
Every other week, the fans get stuck on this GMC now. Just fucking, this thing's just a mental nightmare. It's just the most expensive piece of shit thing I ever bought.
What, your truck?
Yeah. It sucks, dude.
I'm telling you, man, I mean, unless you're... You know, I'm not completely helpless when it comes to fixing my vehicle, but I don't have the infrastructure to fix my own vehicles. I don't have all of the necessary mechanical tools to repair a truck the way I should. You know what I mean? In a timely manner, without having to go borrow this or borrow that from somebody. If I had the ultimate tools, my dad's got the ultimate set of tools, is what Tanner's sons say about him all the time. He's a TV repairman.
We'll
put it right back together, dude.
Mark.
I wouldn't have no problem working on a truck if that was the case. You know what I mean?
Dude, I come up there.
Mark. Huh? You have all the tools and space to do everything TJ say?
Oh yeah. No, that's
Mark has Mark, you got a 2-post lift too, don't you?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I have a 2-post lift. And
I want one of those. I wish I could have one of those. Those are dope, dude.
They are, but you know, they take up a lot of real estate. That's the only thing I regret about it. Is I put that thing in the middle of my shop, and then like if you wanna, I started doing oil changes and maintenance on my vehicles in it, and it was like I gotta move all this shit. Right. So you know, I find better to build stuff on it because I can raise it and underneath it. You know, like, I know how to use it.
Why would I mean, shit. Either way, it's nice. You can't tell me that's not nice. Not nice having that.
I would come up there and give you a hand if it's not snowing out. And
I like
the shop. I'm not playing in the snow anymore.
Right.
Good. In a week, we would have everything on that truck done. Because I'm going to tell you this now. Those shackles are not easy to get off because
I know I've taken one off before.
Are they bolted or riveted?
The rears are bolted, the fronts are riveted, so we're gonna have to shear those off. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you know how we do those is you take the rivet is the same on both sides of the frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we always do it on the back side of the frame where you're not going to see any scarring. You grind the head completely off, and then take a redhead nail gun with the 22, and you put it on there, and bang, it'll pop it right out. Or
really
heat it up. Yes, that's the way we get them out. Now yours are going to fight.
You use a charge. You just use a charge, no
yes,
nail.
Just the charge,
and it'll shoot it out of there.
Yeah, usually really? 2 shots will push them.
I have one of those. I actually own one of those.
And it's like the right size for that.
Really? Be right back.
Okay, Tim.
It's the right size. My buddy taught me that trick because I told him it didn't work, and he goes, "Come on over and I'll show you." Because I would heat them up. I would cut the backside off, have someone on the outside heating it with a torch till it was cherry, and then just push it through with a punch. But if you miss the punch, you're gonna burn yourself bad.
Right.
You know. So, right. But yeah, they fight back, and then just put bolts back in them. You don't put rivets, obviously, back in them.
Right. Yeah.
You know, just probably 3/8 or 3/8 bolts.
It has all the hardware.
Yeah, but I mean, if the new rear ones are usually the one, is it the front failed or the rear failed?
No, the rear is failed. The fronts are just rotten, and they need to be replaced. So I need to. I'm just gonna take the bed off. I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna put all new shackles on it. I already have one on the right hand side, but I'm gonna replace the three old ones. That way, when I put the bed back down, I don't have to fucking worry about it no more.
You'll never worry about it again.
I'm done. I'm gonna put a new sending unit in the tank. I've already got it sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
My buddy Jason's like, I still think we should cut a hole over the sending unit just in case.
I do that so you don't have to take the bed off, but.
Dude, I actually changed the sending unit in my Ranger by dropping the tank. That was probably the biggest fucking nightmare. I was like, I should have just cut a hole in the fucking bed.
I just did my buddy's Dodge. He has one of those Hemi Dodge trucks, and it's like a 2008. And he's like, his son drives the truck, and he's like, dude, this thing is just dumping fuel everywhere. And I'm like, all right, I don't know much about that Dodge, so I call my buddy Todd that worked at a Dodge dealership for like 10 years. He goes, I guarantee it's the line coming out of the fuel pump through the top of the tank. They snap off all the time. So, dude, as soon as I put my hand on top of the tank to feel for the line, I broke it the rest of the way. And I felt so bad because I couldn't drive home.
Right.
You know, and he had like 3/4 of a tank, and that fucker has like a 30-gallon tank.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, his fucking tank is as big as the bed. And I'm like, motherfucker. I go, well, he's like, what caused it? I go, it was cracked. I go, and it was leaking out the crack, and now I just broke it the rest of the way off. So he ordered everything on Rock Auto, and we put 2 floor jacks and let that thing down. Put all new fittings on the tank.
You guys
everything.
You use Rock Auto?
What?
You use Rock Auto?
My Scott does all the time.
I do not like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I feel like that's gonna kill the auto parts store industry.
No, you're right.
Stupid shit. Just the same way that Amazon has fucking killed fucking your local mall. It's just fucked everything up. Now, if you need something, you have to wait for it to fucking come in the mail.
Right? No. I like to buy auto parts and put my hands on them.
Yep.
Before I pay for them.
I'm the same.
Okay, way. But like Scott has a '97 F-150, and he goes, I think I'm gonna put brakes on the truck, and I go, okay, go order them. We'll go to the auto parts store. He goes online and he bought a nice set of drilled and slotted front rotors for the truck, and they show up, and I go send them back, and he's like, send what back? I go, these are the wrong rotors. I go, these are rear rotors. He goes, well, how do you know? I said, because they have the way they make the rear emergency brake is a set of small shoes inside the rotor. I go, this has a shoe surface. They wouldn't put a shoe surface on here because that costs money. If it was for the front, you don't put emergency brakes on the front. And he's like, I think they're right. And I go, okay, pull the tire off. Let's see. They're totally wrong. You know, I said, this is for 4-wheel drive rear. I could tell. So, and that was Rock Auto. He had to send it back. And then he just exchanged them. And they sent the right ones the second time. And I don't know if he ordered them wrong or he wasn't paying attention. But no, I agree with you. I like to go to Napa.
I'm an O'Reilly's guy.
Yeah, O'Reilly's has everything in stock. That's the nice thing about them.
Vice Grip Garage, baby. O'Reilly's, man. That's my dude. So I go there. That's where I go.
Yeah. So needless to say, my buddy's Dodge sat on my driveway leaking fuel for like 6 days, but we got him up and running.
Right.
But
yeah, it was a fucking nightmare, man. It was a fucking nightmare. That starter was a fucking nightmare, dude.
Nightmare. Oh yeah, they're brutal.
Nightmare.
So
about halfway through, I was like, I should have just took this fucking truck to the shop and just let somebody else do it.
That's why they want $700-800 for labor. They know it's going to be a bitch.
I gotta stop being so fucking cheap. I had the money. I should have just paid somebody to do it. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I could save fucking $500 if I do it myself.
Yeah, but you know what though? But let me ask you this, because and everybody looks at everything. I get a lot of satisfaction.
There's a lot more satisfaction out of just getting it done yourself.
I mean, I cussed that Dodge fuel tank till the end of the day. Yeah. But at the end of the day that it was fixed and he went down the road without dumping fuel everywhere.
Yeah. It's just
I felt accomplished. I felt happy about it because I enjoyed it.
That's true.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, there's always the knowledge of.
You learn how to do it. Now I could do another one with my eyes closed.
Yeah, no issues at all.
Hey, Mark, have you ever do any transmission?
I've never rebuilt. I've taken a transmission apart and put it back together, but I never put it in the truck to see if it worked. I just wanted to see if I could do it. There's certain things I don't fuck with. I don't really do differential gears. I don't do transmissions, but I'll do engines. And it's just because it's not that it's cheap to have them done. I let people that do them every day do them. One snap ring, one fucking miss sensor, and it's not going to work. And so much work to take a transmission out. I honestly, like I built a Ford Ranger like yours, the same body style, was a 92, I think. I put a big block in it, actually a 514 cubic inch motor, and the first thing it did was eat the transmission up, and my buddy was like, you got too much power running through that old transmission. So he built the transmission that a whole 1,200 horsepower, which is well more than it had. Point being, he knows what clutches to use. He knows what springs to use, because that's what he does for a living. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, $1,500, here you go. And he gives me a warranty. So as much as I'd like to learn things like that, I'm not gonna fuck with it. I love to do I don't mind doing repairs so much, not as much as I used to, but my problem is I never say no if someone comes over with an issue, and I usually know right away what it's gonna be, and I'm like, fuck, well, he's a good friend, he would help me out.
Right.
So I'm gonna help him, But lately I've been just like, I gotta put on my Super Duty, I got one more payment on that fucking truck and it's done. And the oil pan is 2 pieces. The upper oil pan is leaking. I can't pull into someone's fucking house with it. Leaves a spot the size of a quarter, but diesel oil is fucking nasty.
You ain't never getting that out of there.
So my buddy's like, dude, I do these all the time. He works at Ford. He goes, it's all labor, it's not parts. And I go, okay, how much? And he's like, $700. And I'm like, here you go. After the first of the year, he's taking my truck. It's going to take him a day and a half, $700, and he's going to reseal the oil pan for me. I could do it. I don't want to fuck with it. You got to pull the transmission out to get the oil pan out.
So my father-in-law got on me about. Remember I had to have that fucking valve on the top of the motor replaced, that fucking ERG or whatever, EGR valve or whatever, and it had to be. Had to put the conductive heater on the manifold to heat it up to get that fucking pipe out of the manifold.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, why we could have done that? I'm like, dude, I gave that dude fucking $250, and in 3 hours my truck was running fine. I'm like, I'm cool with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? Like my father-in-law is like. My father-in-law is like you. Like, if I can fix that, I'm gonna fix it if I can fix it. You know what I mean? He's that way, just like you. And he tries to get me to be that same way, which I am for the most part. But there are some things I'm just like, I am not fucking with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking with that. But what were you gonna say, Mark?
No, I was.
You're gonna ask me about something.
You have emissions. You have emissions.
Emissions dealios up there. Up here, like in Ohio, I have to pass.
Are your cars inspected for emissions?
No, we don't. We have no inspections. No.
Yeah, because you can just block that EGR off. It's not even needed anyway. They make block off plates. You take the old EGR off, you block it off, you cap off the line, and it's fucking. You'll never fuck with it again.
So you guys don't have every year smoke check, whatever stuff.
No, we don't have that. You do?
No.
Yeah, every year.
Oh, he lives in fucking California. They're not even allowed to use 2-stroke motors there.
Well, that's great, man. So you don't have to pay every year for those.
No, we don't have any fucking commies like you guys are. You fucking.
We had inspection. We had inspection in the early '90s, and then the state figured out
California. Listen, California cares about emission standards in California. They don't care that people die and fucking
shit on the sidewalk.
Yeah, shit on the sidewalk in the countries where their electric cars are fucking made. You know what I mean? Just think about the batteries, like the amount of fossil fuel that's used to get that fucking shit out of the ground, and all the people that die from digging that shit up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like all that lithium. Just think about it.
I'm only asking this because I don't know. Traditionally, batteries don't work as well at freezing. So do those cars, are they okay like when it's 5 degrees out?
Yeah. From what I
charge them fuckers.
I know at a certain temperature you have a hard time charging them.
Yeah.
They won't charge you. You can watch videos on YouTube all the time where people are stuck. They've been stuck there for hours and it's got up like 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I went to tell you this weren't you talking about Buc-ee's on the last podcast, TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we go through Daytona, we always stop at Buc-ee's. It's like you have to.
Right.
And they have like 40 Tesla charges all in a row. Like they have the 200 gas pumps, and then there's a fucking parking lot full of chargers. So Kate and I were headed up somewhere, and I fill up the Bronco, and we drive by, and they're all leaning up against the Teslas with the cell phone in the hand, charging. And I just roll my window down and fucking laugh. And I'm like, you are going to sit there for a minimum of 2 fucking hours. I just got 20 gallons of fuel in 30 seconds. I spent more time picking out my sandwich at Buc-ee's than getting fuel. And I'm going down the road for another 400 miles.
Yeah.
You guys are ridiculous with that shit.
Horrible. I think there's room for that stuff, but it's not nearly as efficient and green as they want it to be. You know what I mean? And to me, until that technology comes along, then what are they really doing? You know what I mean? I know there's steps to that, but like I know you don't see a lot of Teslas and shit around here in the wintertime. There are some, but you don't see them at these charging stations.
No,
I know you got to have a good ass battery up here in Ohio. You got to have a good especially where I live. If your battery is a little bit weak sauce, your shit ain't starting in the winter. It's not going to start.
Right. You have to have a home battery in a garage to keep the charge on. Here.
Yeah, you'd have to pull your Tesla into your garage and plug it in when you.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't plug one of those fuckers into my garage. You'd burn the whole fucking house down. Fuck that, man.
Listen, diesels up here are plugged in all winter long.
Yeah.
You know. So those batteries.
Yeah, you got the fucking block heater running nonstop up here, bro. Yeah. There ain't no question about that. So yeah.
Hey Mark, I have a question. Do you guys have a heater in Florida in the houses?
Yeah, we have central air, and then I honestly, my AC is 3 years old. We put a new one in 3 years ago. I've never turned the heat on, but yeah, it's not as efficient as what you guys would have, but it's just a heating coil that goes in the condensing unit, like a toaster oven with those bimetal strips or whatever they are. That's what it is. Yeah. But it'll blow warm, but we've never used it. Yeah.
But you guys in Ohio, you guys use it to go to sleep and everything?
What?
The heater.
Oh yeah. You gotta have your heater.
The heat stays. My heater runs all year round. I mean, all winter long. Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm asking because that's new for me. I never seen a house here that uses that.
Yeah, my shit runs at 70 all winter.
We're 69 at night, and we'll go up to 70, 71 in the day. But my aunt will come up.
I don't ever change it.
Well, she comes up from Florida, dude. They're used to they keep their air and shit at 75 and shit like that, and that's normal for them, right?
Yeah.
So she comes here, her heat's at 69. She don't know, she's freezing all the time.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck. That's like, if there's one way to piss me immediately off, it's touching the thermostat in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're cold at 70 degrees, put on some fucking clothes.
Right.
You go in there and get yourself a sweatsuit on. That's what you need, is a sweatsuit, because you ain't turning the heat up past 70. That's it. That's all you get.
Right now, and the heater right here, and it's 45 degrees.
Right.
That's what I'm sitting in right now.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm sitting in a 45-degree temperature right now.
Right. Well, my window is open. I got my window all the way open in front of me right here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man.
When you start posting videos again, TJ, remember just because you have like 2 hours from Mark walking on the snow. He didn't fall. He didn't fail, but
I thought I was.
Some of that footage.
Yeah. I got some, yeah, I'll find. I still have. I actually have parts of that I never. You know what I mean? I just didn't use. You know what I mean? Just time wise. You know, there's just stuff I didn't. I have all the. I save everything, man. As far as media and shit goes, there's shit from our trip to Kansas City, Missouri, the first time that's never been seen the light of day.
That'd be interesting to watch after all this time. That one.
Yeah. There's some really cool stuff there.
It smelled really bad in the house, right? That was the time that somebody did something and smelled really bad.
That was Mark fucking spraying fart spray.
Mark was
David Casnocha, I threw up in front of the house.
That shit was funny.
So, Mario, are you staying busy?
No, I'm working like 3 days a week for the last year. Yeah, because my wife started working here like 1 minute from the house in the high school.
Yeah.
It's like a continuation school, so there's only like 100 students there. She's like a attendance person.
Yeah.
So I'm here like I work like 3 days a week. Yeah, November I work like 24 days. November was a good month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of get used to.
Yeah, taking it easy. Yeah.
In the
residential, yeah. We do residential because this year it didn't rain. I mean, it only rains like 10 days in December, but it hasn't shown any sign of rain. And I'm used to being lazy in December. So just watching series, Cobra Kai, and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
I've been watching fucking drones, bro. That's all I've been watching is the alien invasion,
I'm so
bro.
tired of that shit, dude.
It's the alien invasion, bro.
It's completely taken over TikTok. Maybe because I like the videos.
Well, that's the problem. You got to stop liking the fucking videos. That's all you're gonna get.
All
you have to do, Mark. Is get on TikTok right now and scroll for maybe 2 or 3 minutes and not like anything. Just fucking, you know what I mean? Just you'll notice after 3 of those videos, if you don't like them, you'll get something different.
Yeah. I guess I should have learned my lesson because the one time a year or two ago, you complained I watch your videos, but I don't like them. So I went in there after the podcast. I liked like 30 videos. I got blowed the fuck up with window cleaners. I'm like,
that will also ruin my fucking visibility if you do that.
Yeah, you can only like 4 videos.
Yeah, if you like a whole bunch of videos in a row, it fucks me up in the algorithm.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. Ask TikTok. They think you're cheating. Yeah, they think it's a cheat. So,
I just know you have a TikTok, Mark.
Yeah, I got guys that like try to do me favors and shit. Like Damien will fucking like post videos on TikTok for like 2 or 3 weeks and never like one of my videos, and then go through on my page and like and comment on like 10 videos in a row. I'm like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean?
So how do you know that I watch your video? It tells you.
Yes, there's a scroll on. That's the video right there. That's the challenge. Like some dude said I make everything look easy. I feel like I kind of knocked that one out of the park. The no handle squeegee move. I just held the channel in my fingers. I did an 18 on a door, single pass, no mistakes. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Yeah. Did you see that guy on Pro Window Cleaning that took his strip washer and ran it through the screen washer? And he's like, look at this, guys. And I'm like, this guy's the Elon Musk of window cleaning. You fucking stupid. Come on, man. Come on. Stop
the Elon Musk of window cleaning.
Yeah, he's rubbing his strip washer through the fucking screen wall.
It's a friggin' washer for your washer bed.
Dude, I just like everybody. It's just, listen, man. I don't want to give like the wrong impression. Like I really I have a lot of respect for what I do and the people that do it, my respect is not so much on the technique of cleaning windows, because after about a year, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm going to tell you,
you never will.
You never will, but once you do figure it out, join the fucking club. What do you want, a PhD? Like honestly, we're cleaning windows, guys. Like, we're cleaning fucking
windows. Many times
guys.
I could tell right away. As soon as the guy grabs the squeegee and puts it in his glass, he's got at least 2 fingers extending past the top of the squeegee. This fucking clown doesn't know what he's doing. Come on, stop.
You can always tell it's the guy's first year because they feel the money that first year.
See, the ones I like to fuck with are the ones that think they just came up with something ingenuitive.
Yeah.
We've all done the first 6 months of cleaning windows and we stopped doing it.
I'm going to say something here. I'm going to address something here. I'm not going to address it. I'm just going to, Mark, what is the likelihood of an application of Rain-X stopping hard water from etching the glass?
0.
Okay. So Louis from Superb Window Cleaning, there you go, buddy.
Yeah, 0. I can tell you exactly.
He posted a video on Instagram talking about how he's going to clean a window with Winsol 550 or whatever the fuck it was, get all the etching off, and then seal it with Rain-X so it wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
And I said,
that
is not going to happen. That is a false bill of goods, sir. Huh?
You're going to make it hydrophobic at that point, aren't you?
It doesn't matter. It's not going to last.
Matter. It's not going to It's not going to last. It's not going to work.
Rain-X is nothing more. 100% I can bet any amount of money. It's silicone oil and alcohol. You smell the alcohol dries away, and what you're left with is a very micro-thin layer of silicone oil that you buff most of it off. It changes the surface tension. As soon as UV hits it, or you run a squeegee across it, or windshield wipers across it, it's fucking gone. It offers 0 protection.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
For shame. Yeah.
Bullshit.
0.
It's bullshit. And I got on there and I told him well, this is how I started off. I was like, Rain-X, haha. And he's like, don't laugh. I made a bunch of money. And I'm like, well, I also do the same thing, but I use a professional application if I want to seal the glass, like Nanovations or something like that. If I'm going to sell somebody something, you should sell them a bill of goods that is fucking honest. Rain-X does not work on a house unless it has fucking wheels on it.
Right. It's just an
RV.
Motor,
and it's pushing through the fucking air.
Yeah, no.
Say whatever the fuck you want, you goofballs that clean windows. I put Rain-X in it. It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, people like, do you anybody offer this service of Rain-X on your windows at your house? I'm like, are you fucking idiot? You working in an RV park? Maybe.
Well, this is my thing. If you go to a house, a residential house, and you wash and scrape whatever the fuck it is off the windows, those windows are going to look good for 2-3 months. 2 months tops. You know what I mean? They're going to look great. Then they're going to start to show signs of fucking weather and shit like that. But, that's why it's perishable.
And that's why you go back in the fall.
That's why you go back in the fall. That's why you don't try to sell them on fucking Rain-X on their windows, because it's bullshit. I'm not taking this video down, Louis from Superb on YouTube.
Listen, I'm not going to trash the guy.
Rain-X
don't work. If you
really
want to do that,
it's bullshit.
You can use Enduro Shield. You can use Nanovations.
You can use fucking WD-40, whatever the fuck you want to use on the window to try to sell them on it. That's fine. Right. But Rain-X ain't going to work, my boy.
Does nothing.
It's bullshit.
It does nothing.
It's bullshit.
And guess what?
Mr. Sorbo told me. If Mr. Sorbo told you that, then he doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
You cannot use it. Rain-X is not. That's not what it's used for. That's not its intended purpose.
No.
It's not.
It's not made for that.
It is not made for that. It's not.
See, so it's virtually impossible. What do you got there?
Yeah, don't. No.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Like I said, Louis not a bad dude, but I just like he's like one thing, and that's the only thing. Yeah. I don't like the fact that he uses 17-foot long squeegees and tries to tell me that's the most efficient way to do shit. I just there's sometimes you're wrong, and he's just wrong this time. You know what I mean? You're just wrong this time. That's all. I love Sorbo channels too. Sorbo channels are amazing. I love them.
Yeah.
But Rain-X don't work. It don't work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna stop that hard water from the sprinklers fucking the glass up. It's not.
No.
He told you, don't laugh too much. I made 200, like what?
Yeah, dude, whatever, dude. Look, hey, if you found somebody dumb enough to fucking
taking someone's money is one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but having honor and dignity to tell them this stuff's got a 5-year. Look. Even Enduro Shield, which you could buy at Home Depot, it's a glass treatment coating. It's similar to Nanovations, but it doesn't offer any warranty.
Right.
Okay. Nanovation's the only one that gives you a 5-year on restored glass, 10-year on brand new glass. I've got glass that I treated half the panel with because only the bottom was taking stains 5 or 6 years ago, and it's still a difference when I wet it with soap and water.
Well, you remember that test I did on that waterfall glass. Right. There's six pieces of glass. I used it on 2 pieces of glass, a lower and an upper. The lower and the upper that I used it on, you could see visually the one that's got the least amount of shit on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's still got shit on it.
It's still going to have shit. Yeah. And anyone who tells you you sell this and they need less frequent cleanings, fuck you. I want you to call me because your windows are dirty. I don't give a fuck that they're 3 months later they need to be cleaned again. Well, that's why I'm in the maintenance business. You understand?
Right.
I make my money coming back and cleaning them again. That's it. You want it to look as nice?
I just feel like the Rain-X on your Windows thing is snake oil shit.
It's 100% snake oil.
I'm sorry. That's the way I feel about it.
Dude, let me ask you this.
Get pissed off at me for saying that, that's fine, but it is utter bullshit.
I've put it on my truck. I've never got more than a week out of it. Never.
Me
it's never lasted more than a week.
Either, dude.
Even I put it on. I'm like, I'm not going to use the wipers. My grandfather. And it does work.
When that shit first came out, my grandfather was like, "Oh, give me some of that. Try it on my truck." Dude, we get it on the truck and everything. He's like, "Well, damn, I should have just sprayed the windshield with fucking WD-40 and it done the same thing."
Right.
Because my grandfather was like you. But he used to have to use his bifocals and a magnifying glass because his eyes were shot to read the back of shit.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to know what was in it. You know, what makes this space aged, you don't need wipers again thing. And you notice that in Rain-X commercials, there's never a windshield wiper running because if you use the windshield wipers, it's peeling that shit off. About 3 minutes into a rainstorm, it's gone. You know,
there's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing left of it. It's total bullshit. No. It's total bullshit. And if you are cool with making $200 selling your customers on whack shit that's not going to work, then go ahead and do that. I'm cool, man.
When I had a Ranger, a 24, I'm going to say 14, 12, I don't remember, but it was one of my first new trucks I ever bought. I bought a Ranger, extended cab, V6 automatic, and I put the pink Rain-X windshield washer fluid. It discolored the fuck out of my hood. Where it laid on the hood, it fucking turned the red pink, and I couldn't get it off. I had to have it buffed out. I'm like, I will never put that shit in my windshield washer tank.
I just have no use for it. I just use the regular blue shit. It's fine.
Yep.
Like the dude, they sell like blue and orange and pink right now, and it's just like it's the same as the blue. It's all bullshit.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm sometimes about certain things cheap as fuck. I just did the Bronco because Kate comes home and she's like, "Hey, the washer squirter thing, the light's on the dash." I go, "I'll take care of it." I had my skid. I was parked right next to her. I pulled the fucking 10 feet of hose out of the skid, filled it up with pure water, put 2 drops of Dawn dish soap, and that was it. And it fucking works perfect. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah. If it wasn't in the summertime, that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. But in the wintertime, I can't do that because
that's true.
My tank will split and fucking blow. You know what I mean? But I just, come on, man. Come on, dude. I just want to just say something about that. And again, it's not hate. It's just that's bullshit, dude. There's no way you can explain that to me and make me believe that it's not bullshit because I know without a doubt it's bullshit. Rain-X on residential windows fucking does nothing. It does nothing.
Not only that, I mean, if you ever done it to your truck,
I have.
Face that truck and never mind that it doesn't last. Face it into the sun. Everywhere you wipe shows up. It's fucking smeary shit.
It's bullshit.
The oil.
Listen to what I'm saying to you about it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Look,
every time I see that in those groups, like, I'm going to start offering my customers Rain-X. I was like, oh, so you're dumb, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's a niche that's going to get you $1 million? I don't think so.
We talked about this before on the phone. You know what separates the guys that make money in this business, the guys that don't make money in this business, is getting up in the morning and hustling. That's what it is.
making your mind up. Self-motivation is everything.
It's not your technique. It's not your fucking special tool that you have. It's getting out and going and fucking doing it.
Right.
This is a hustler's job. This is a hustler's industry. If you're not hustling, you're not making fucking money.
Right.
Period. That's it. Right. That's all. That's it.
Look, I don't know, Louis. I don't. But if you got someone that's willing to buy it, I'm not saying it's ethical.
I'm saying.
By all means, sell it to them. If they ask for it, I would talk them out of it and say we're better options. But if that's what you want, I'll do it. I don't care.
Right?
You probably met Louis.
I heard he's a nice guy. I mean,
down at the 2018 IWCA. Yeah, he was with Sorbo, so he was in the Sorbo booth.
Okay. Yeah, I probably.
Okay, that's I wasn't. I
wasn't down there, but I'm just like I said, it's nothing personal. I wasn't gonna get on there and tell him publicly that I thought it was unethical. I was just trying to tell him, like, I've never heard of it doing anything beneficial on residential. It just doesn't. And just logically, it makes no fucking sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. You could try to make it make sense, but it will not make sense because it does not make sense. It's not going to stop fucking sprinkler water from fucking making fucking stains on the glass. It's not gonna stop it. It's not. It's not even gonna. It's not even gonna fucking decrease the amount of time. It's going to be there. You're going to go back, and then you're gonna have to explain to them why you have to go back because it's back again.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to use the sorbo powder with a little sponge.
Yeah. And when really, that's what's that's what's doing the work is you're just getting the stain off the glass. That's really what you're doing. The Rain-X is doing nothing.
Well, the first time you wash it with soap and water, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. I mean, let's be real.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
But, look.
It's just unethical. But if you have no problem doing that, then fine. I'm okay with you making your money the way you want to make it. But don't sit here and try to sell other window cleaners on your fucking grift, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All due respect, it's a fucking grift. You can say whatever you want, but all due respect, it is a grift. Rain-X on home residential windows is a fucking grift. Say whatever you want to say about it. I don't care. Be mad at me. For all you guys that are like him that do it, be mad. Stay mad.
Right.
Yeah, be mad and make those $200.
Yeah.
Right.
I would just rather... If that was what my customer was looking for, is there anything that you can do to stop this from coming back or making this if there's no way you can? First of all, I'd be like, the way to stop this from coming back is paying the sprinkler guy to come out and redirect the sprinklers off the windows. That'd be the first step, and then the second step would have me come out and remove the stain from the glass, and then there you go, it's done.
Look, you want to hear something funny? If you go to Innovations on YouTube. And look, there's one video with me there consulting with them on a job, okay? And I still get calls. People are like, I saw you on that. I forgot I did that. Okay.
Send me the video. I want to see it.
Yeah, it's on you. I'll send it to you. It's on YouTube. So
he's also on YouTube getting his ass whooped cleaning glass, but keep going.
Yeah. That was fake news.
Oh, he said booyah.
On the CNN feed,
I sped my part up.
Yeah. I did a video with Innovations there. We were trying to get the building to seal the glass. The first time I did a restoration, it was about $6,000 for the restoration. The first floor of a 6-story building, right? And then 3 years later, they called me back, and it was like $7,000 that time. It is the same amount, but I've raised my prices. And I go, we're at $13,000 with this. You can't tell me fixing these fucking sprinklers costs more than $13,000. I go, I'll take your money. I want to do this. You won't let me seal the glass. You won't fix your sprinklers. Guess where I'm going in 2 weeks? Back to that building. This time it's $8,200, and they approved it. They're like, come do your magic. I go, okay, I'll take your money.
Ridiculous.
That's not unethical. Unethical is selling them something. I want an Innovations of the glass. I really do. Because I'd like to see how well it holds up on that big of a scale.
Right.
But they don't want to spend another, because I mean, Innovations, even I get a good price on it.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Yeah. But it's effective. It is effective.
Oh, yeah. It works.
If you get that glass clean and seal it, it's effective. It is effective. But it's not cheap. But you need to be frank and honest with people and just like, listen, you're going to pay me to do this. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
We can seal it, and it's going to be less. Yeah. You're not going to have to pay me to take it off again, but it'll be easier to get off. But you know,
the way I sell it is it's completely honest, and I tell them, I go, it's not going to stop the stains. It's going to stop that from sticking. Meaning this, you're going to have to take a white pad to them, but that's all the worst you're going to have to do. It will come back off. Yeah. Now, if they start stacking up and you let it go for 3 years, nobody's going to guarantee that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like I just did
the easiest resolution to that issue is correcting the cause.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? That is 100%. And I tell same way that I have a customer. I did that TikTok video not too long ago of me scraping that stain off the fucking glass with my razor blade. You know what I mean? People were freaking the fuck out. I'm like, well, I don't. How else are you supposed to get that off of there?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like one pass, it came off. As long as you're going in one fucking direction and the glass is soapy, and you know what I mean, you're not gonna fuck nothing up.
First of all, the glass is completely fucked before you did that anyway. Yeah. So what's the difference?
So I scraped the fucking. I got no scratches on it. It looks good. You know what I mean? But like I told him, he's like, man. I goes, why does that keep happening? I was like, I keep telling you, you gotta take you gotta get the sprinklers off the glass. That's what's causing it. Why would the sprinklers cause that? I was like, because there's so much shit in sprinkler water. You're spraying fucking lake water on the fucking windows, goofball.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, Lord, it's not rocket science, but you got to be smarter than the bottle of what you're putting on. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know,
I treated his. I did that very same window that I showed in that video. What I didn't show was I did treat it afterwards with Nanovations. I scrubbed it on there, buffed it off, did what I was supposed to do all the things. We're gonna see how it works.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it works. Because he just won't listen to me, man.
Yeah.
He won't listen to me. He will not listen to me. And it's not the grass that it's spraying. He's got the little pedestals, the little tulips that spray his fucking bushes and shit.
Yeah.
That's what's doing it. You know what I mean? The stuff that's hitting the grass is okay. It's the ones that he has put in himself around the bushes so he doesn't have to water for what I mean. Why, I don't fucking know.
You know what? A lot of people in Florida have gone over to...
Yeah, but the dude's fucking yard, like when you walk through the yard, is every time I get there, it's like...
Mud, yeah.
All year round. It's soaking fucking wet all year round.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is pointless.
Right. Anyway, that's not even good for the grass.
No.
Fungus and stuff.
Yeah. That's why he's got to have his fucking grass done every 3 or 4 years. Everything's got to be killed and thatched and then fucking re-sown. It's like, dude, if you just stop spraying it with all that fucking water.
Right.
And not only that, every downspout dumps into the flower beds. Like, you do not need, and they don't need that much water, my guy.
No, well, at that building that I was working on, all the landscaping next to the building you could see had been trimmed so many times. Like, it's that kind of landscaping that you walk by and if you step in it, it's going to fucking cut you open. Yeah. Because the fucking branches are this big around, but it's only a plant this big.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, if you don't believe this shit is drinking out of the ground by now, because we're 4 foot. You dig in Florida 4 feet deep, you're hitting water. Yeah. If this shit ain't at 4 feet drinking out of the ground, you don't need all this fucking water.
Nope.
You know,
those roots are hitting that shit.
Oh, fuck,
it's getting down there.
Oh yeah.
After a couple of years, it's reached there.
That's easy.
What's that, Tim?
Hitting water at 4 feet is crazy.
Dude, I put fence posts. Fence posts in my yard when I bought my house.
Scary people.
I fenced in the front and with I just mark on the side of the post hole digger. You know, so I know
how far can you dig a grave in Florida? You know what I mean? Like,
well, we put them in concrete. They put a a vault, and then the casket goes in that because of the water.
Drown them after they die. That's fun.
Yeah. Right.
Wasn't that why, like in New Orleans and shit like that, in Louisiana and shit like that, most of their graveyards are above ground. Like everything is
Yeah. They had fucking caskets and shit floating during Hurricane Katrina and shit. Yeah.
I seen that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that you poo-pooed the drones thing, dude. Like, come on, brother.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it.
I want to know what
your.
Yeah, but I want to know what your fucking former Air Force brothers thought about it. You haven't asked him one time.
I have. I'll show you that. I'll read the text.
What does he think about it? You don't have to read the
text.
He's
a drone pilot, dude.
Does he think that's what they are?
No.
How big are these things?
Dude, they're fucking the size of fucking SUVs, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Are they helicopter blades or what?
No. There's some that are and there's some that aren't. I'm seeing videos where it looks like a fucking drone and then there's something else that flies in the picture that looks like a fucking ball of light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey called me crazy. Like, I think I said it last week when I seen that. I just seen a flat globe.
They're starting to post them here in Ohio now too. There's all over Cleveland, guys. People are starting posting them all over Cleveland now too. You know, they shut down Wright-Patterson Air Force Base down for 4 fucking hours. That's a long way away from the fucking ocean.
Yeah, right.
That's a long way from the ocean. If they're coming from the ocean, that's a long way for a fucking drone.
We're surrounded by water.
But yeah, but I'm saying Wright-Patterson is a long way away from the fucking ocean.
Right.
Because they're saying they're coming from the ocean. So if they're coming from the ocean and they're at Wright-Patterson, that's quite a fucking distance for a drone.
I mean, the conspiracy is it's Project Blue being getting in place because the rapture's about to happen and they got to fake something, an alien invasion, to explain the people.
Listen, dude.
That's the conspiracy, bro.
If the rapture's getting ready to happen, man, like, just get it the fuck over with already.
Yeah, well, if we're here, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
we're staying.
I know I am. I'm fucked. So I'll see you guys later. I know Mark's going to be here with me, so I at least got one friend to talk to.
Right?
Mark is definitely not going.
I asked my brother, and I had him digging around. He's actually a certified drone pilot. He could fly a weapons fucking drone over Iraq and drop shit. Right. And he has 2 drones. He's got one that's about 5 foot in diameter. It's a 5-rotor drone. That's the one he set up to look like a UFO. He put LED lights that spin this way and the other one goes this way. He's like, I go to my neighbors and put it right in front of their picture window and then spin the lights on and then fly away real quick. And they're like, holy shit, what the fuck was that? That was nice. Then he had another one that has a VR headset, a smaller one, that he brought to the Keys when he came down. Now that fucker, you got to hold on to something because it gives you motion sickness unless you're used to it because you're looking at the drone, through the drone. The eyes of the drone. I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, what's up with the fucking drones? And he's like, a lot of speculation. I don't know yet. And I'm like, okay, call in some of your fucking buddies and find out. About a week later, I reached out again. Same thing. He's like, nobody's talking, Mark. He goes, as soon as I find something out, I'll tell you.
This is the thing that I've seen. Like, I've seen some videos and shit about dudes talking about how they're looking for nuclear waste or some kind of nuclear signature and everything. And then there's guys that like former pilots and shit like that. They're like, no, dude, that's not what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah.
If that was the case, there'd be this. Like there's certain like Rogan just interviewed a guy who's a former pilot, and he was like, he goes, I talked to my guys that are still still serving, and they're like, they're not being called out for it. The guys that do what these things are supposedly doing have no fucking idea about what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So if those, like, in the Pentagon and these places are like, listen, we don't know what the fuck is going on, that's what concerns me. It's not, are they aliens? Are they this? Are they that? It's the fact that our government is like, oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to know this. Like, they asked John Kirby, and he said, we don't see any threat to civilians. Well, if these things truly are the size of a small SUV, that fucking thing coming through your roof is a threat to fucking civilization.
That's the reports. All the reports that I've seen is that even like the New Jersey State Police and shit like that are like, these things are fucking huge. You know what I mean? Like, these things are the size of fucking SUVs and shit. These things are big. You know what I'm saying? And if they're saying that, to me, it's not fucking Nancy in their backyard with her kids like, oh my God, it's a UFO. It's like some dude. Right. An official saying, this thing is fucking huge, and the government won't tell us what the fuck it is.
Well, that's one thing my brother said. My brother said, Mark, he goes, you know my big drone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I got over $5,000 in that. And I go, yeah. He goes, and it's literally 4 foot in diameter. He goes, no civilian owns a drone as big as a small car. That's not happening, right. Let alone 50 of them at one time.
Right.
And like he said, they usually can fly. It's like my drone with 2 battery packs and it might fly for 30 minutes. He goes, these things are up there for fucking hours.
This is my thing is it's no matter what it is, the fact that they are in American airspace unimpeded is still a fucking problem. Whether Daddy Trump says anything about it or not, Jason, no matter what, the fact that they are fucking flying every night for like fucking almost a month now in the skies over New Jersey unimpeded is a fucking problem. You know what I mean? It's a fucking problem, dude.
But it's this administration. That fucking idiot let that blimp fly across the fucking whole country before they shot it down.
Right.
Yeah.
China fucking, they knew that blimp, they knew that fucking thing was mapping and looking at infrastructure, and they fucking wait 7 to 10 days to blow it out of the fucking sky.
It's almost like they want an attack to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick. I'll be back.
You go ahead, do whatever you gotta do. I'm gonna be honest. I think that if this is some kind of fucking foreign government doing this, then we are in fucking trouble, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are in fucking trouble. The reason why we are in trouble is because they are allowing it.
Right.
Yep.
They're allowing it. That's more scary. That's scarier than it being fucking. The problem that's scarier than it being aliens. In my
TJ, the reason I said I'm so fucking done with it because it's kind of gone off the rails. No, hear me out. Like you said, first it was they were mapping shit, right? Well, if they're just innocently mapping shit, if it's Google Maps, fucking tell us what it is, okay?
Yep.
Right? I've seen them stupid cars driving around with the eyeball on the fucking roof. We've all seen one of those.
Yeah.
Mapping the streets. Yeah. Okay. If it wasn't up to something nefarious, then we're doing this, tell us what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And like my brother said, he goes, if these things are truly as big as they say, there's no way we have the battery power to fly them for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Anyone
the weight that owns of that battery alone of any size knows that. You know what I mean? Like they don't last that long.
Come on.
Yes.
But you know what? They did nothing when that fucking blimp was flying over. It's this administration.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really believe that, to be honest with you, the whole shot it down thing, because like Jason just said in the comment, if they could have shot one of these down, they would have already. It's been almost a month, dude.
Yeah,
this shit started like fucking a month ago, and it's still happening.
Right.
So if they could shoot it down, and they're not, why aren't they?
Right.
And let's say the narrative is they're coming from the ocean. Okay, shoot them down before they get over fucking land. Then.
Right. Why like they followed the Coast Guard, right? Why doesn't the Coast Guard fucking drop one right into the ocean, go retrieve it, and find out what the fuck is going on? Right.
Exactly.
Coast Guard boats are armed, big time.
Yeah.
You think they have done this already? Huh? You don't think they haven't done this yet?
As far as shot them down?
Yeah.
You
don't think they don't know what it is, or do you think they're just fucking not telling us what it is? I mean, is our government
that's possible? That's possible.
What's going on? Somebody knows what's going on, right?
I think they know what's going on.
He said.
He
said Trump canceled his trip to Bedminster. I'm going to tell you, like I said, I just...
Yeah, but when he said that, he was kind of joking around. Maybe I won't go to on my trip to my club because those things are flying around. Yeah. He said it with a smirk on his face, like, it didn't appear that it changed.
I'm going to tell you this right now. There's nothing that Trump is ever going to say that I'm going to be like, okay. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying he does make some really irrational choices. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, after getting shot at, he was still like out fucking. He went to the same spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's like daring motherfuckers to do something. Right. He's a nut, dude. He's a fucking
and
nut.
He made it even bigger.
Yeah. He's a fucking nut, dude. That dude is crazy, bro. I will say this. I do find it very strange after the news cycle that we've been put through the last year that there is no news stories about Trump's ineptitude or fucking Biden's lack of response or fucking anything in the news about this.
Yeah, well, Biden's a lame dunk. He's doing something.
But what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. I mean, if there's a chance to make him and that's his administration look even halfway decent at this time, they would take it. They're not. Right. They're not taking any advantage of this new story. It's almost as if they're just kind of, you know what I mean? Like just, we don't, nothing's happening. You know what I mean?
That's what we've been through the last 4 years, though.
Huh? Yeah.
We've been through that the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the vote, nothing's happening. You know, everything is going on.
No, that's not true. That's not true. They don't. This comparing this situation to that situation is just not. It's not factual whatsoever because in most of the problems with that administration, they instead of fucking saying he's not doing a good job, they pretend that he is doing a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's their narrative. They're not even there's not even a fucking narrative about this. You know what I mean? There's not even a spin on it. You know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? It's all they're treating it's as if it's like a non-story, non-issue. Do you believe that it's a non-story, non-issue? I don't. You know what I mean? I don't believe that it's a non-issue. It's clearly there's an issue there. Strange. It's definitely a strange scenario. I will tell you that. Definitely strange.
Let's get through Christmas.
Huh?
Let's just get through Christmas. Then they can unleash hell, yeah?
Hey, Mark.
I have a feeling if anything is to like if the it's all going to come to a head and it's going to be like a thing, I think it will be on the holidays, to be quite honest with you. If something's going to happen, I feel like it's going to happen on or around Christmas, I think. If it was some kind of fucking strategy to do something, I think that's, if they're going to get you, they're going to get you when everybody's fucking Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Well, some people are saying these things are spraying shit now.
Yeah, I've seen videos where
there's a tether coming out of the bottom of them or some shit like that.
I've not seen the tether thing, but I have seen the spraying videos. Like it's like even like some kind of like trail behind it. I did see that. Right now, if you go to like Apple iTunes or like somewhere wherever you rent fucking videos to watch them, the program by James Fox is out now. It's all about the fucking United States military and the Pentagon and all that shit. Like, you remember, what was it, 2 years ago, they did all those Senate hearings about UAPs, and then they kind of like, the shit in that fucking documentary is like, it's not like fucking, it's like, you know, the guy backs it up with, you know, this is what's happening type of shit. It's crazy, dude. Like, it's strange to me that they're doing they have a program dedicated to looking at phenomena such as this, and they've had it for decades upon decades, and the American people just haven't known about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is transmedium vehicles that they've been catching on United States, like their updated technologies, and, you know, they're catching it on radar and all, because everything has changed so much. You know what I mean? Everything's all so high tech now that they've been like things that can fly and go right into the fucking water.
Yeah.
And it seems like this story kind of connects to that. They're saying they're coming from the fucking water. Did you join that group? Have you seen the beach cam yet, Mark?
Yeah.
So did you see the shit coming out, the shit going into the water and coming out?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude. Like, I don't care what nobody says. That shit is wild.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the only part of this that fucking wigs me out, is the fact that motherfuckers come out the water, bro. And then they go right back into the water. Right. They come out the water, fly around, and they go back into the water. Like, that shit's wild, dude. That's wild.
Crazy.
Wild.
I'm actually wondering why we're not seeing them in Florida, because we got water all around us.
That's who was it? There's some guy, I can't remember who. It's some political, like a big political figures. Like, no, it wasn't Oh, political figure. It's that fucking guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's like, listen. He goes, you know what concerns me is why are they in New Jersey? You know what I mean? Of all the places in the world, why are they in New Jersey? You know what I mean?
Is Chris seeing them?
Yes, Chris. Oh yeah, dude, I get daily updates from Chris. About him. Yeah, his wife.
I
he sent me a video. He sent me a video of his wife caught one on video.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, dude. It's wild, dude. Why?
Dude, I gotta be honest, and maybe I'm just saying it because I'm not affected by it. But I'd fucking take the 30-06 and take a couple cracks at
it. Well, this is the crazy thing, is I have seen some videos of dudes shooting at him. You know? And it's just what's wild to me about it is just like people like there are people like Mark Tanner out there that will most likely cause an intergalactic war from shooting his 30
here for me is, hey, watch this.
We get a video from Mark on the mothership squeaking out a fart.
Yeah, just put it back. He fucking stinks.
Think about if you're a military and you wanted to attack continental U.S. Would you go after the liberal states or go after Florida Man?
Well, you know, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's valid. That's valid, Tim.
They literally have saying that these things have a base down there in the Bermuda Triangle, so they're going to be close to Florida anyway. And then they got a base out and then where Bikini Atoll was, where they're doing all that nuclear shit.
Tim, do you know, do aircraft still fly over a Bermuda Triangle? Or no? They go around it?
I don't know. I don't think they navigate it anymore like they used to.
Yeah.
So hold on, I got a radar right here.
Tim's got the downloaded radar and everything on his phone.
Listen, all them motherfuckers are using that shit.
Yeah.
It's fairly empty out by the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, this is this is the thing that kills me is that whoever invented the app made a shitload of money. Dude.
Oh fuck yeah!
This is all a conspiracy to sell a fucking radar app, dude.
Right. Yeah.
It's like that guy in Shines or in Signs where that kid goes to the bookstore and he's counting how many soda commercials. He's like, they're just trying to sell soda pop.
Yeah.
They're just trying to sell fucking radar app.
I have to assume that drone sales are through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what's going on in my town because of my kid, you know, because they listen to radar and shit. Right. We don't have local news anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know, so like you got to there's a bad car accident or school's on fire. He's shooting me everything.
But here's the most, to me, what intrigues me about the whole thing is not that New Jersey's getting fucking swarmed with these things. Because, I mean, again, you don't know what you're really looking at if I could, you know, put Mario with Fidel Castro, there's a hint for tomorrow. But if I could put him with Fidel and make it look half decent, there's guys with way better technology and software that could make you see whatever video. You understand what I'm saying? So my point is just, how the fuck is this happening in United Kingdom? It's happening in multiple states at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing.
Yeah, that's the thing that interests me. And I've also did you hear Rogan's latest podcast, Mark?
No, but I'm going to listen to it now.
That one I told you about. I'll show you. I'll screenshot you the episode so you can know which one to listen to.
Yeah.
But that dude was saying that he's like, dude, everyone thinks this is like just nothing happening. No, this has been going on for a couple of years.
Yeah, but not to this magnitude, right?
But he did say that, not to this magnitude. And he said the fact that it's stepped up and there's nothing that's going on, like no kind of response, like militarily or government-wise, is concerning to him. And it is. Well, that's what's
exactly. It's concerning because if they know something that if we shoot one of these things down, it's going to be a huge fucking issue. Then just fucking tell us. We don't know what it is, but we're not gonna.
Mark's like, just tell me so I don't shoot at it.
They started in New Jersey. I don't think there's guns in New Jersey.
Mark is ready. Mark is fucking ready for one to fly over because he's gonna shoot at it.
Oh yeah.
The fact that I know you're gonna shoot at one scares the shit out of me.
Right on the other side.
We're gonna get a picture from Marky. Like, look, I shot that fucker down. I took it apart.
They attack.
I took it apart in my shop, put it on the 2-post, and took it apart.
Right. Any excuse to go fire off a weapon. There's nothing wrong with that, you know?
Well, dudes, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watched all year. I know this time of year our viewership goes down pretty low, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of the end of the year. It's the holiday season. You know, we don't get a lot of viewers like we do typically. You know, nobody really stays to the end of the show. We start off strong with like 15 to 20 guys, and then it just tapers off to like 8 or 9. You know, we know who you guys are. You guys are the ones that always watch, so we appreciate you. I want to thank our sponsors, windowcleaner.com, Zero, Maker Products, American Window Cleaner Magazine, Black Diamond and Squeegee Rubber, all of our wonderful fucking
yes, congratulations,
all our wonderful fucking Patreon supporters, and you know, the man of the hour, the man of the year 2025, Mario Chavez, Window Cleaner of the Year, guys.
That's right.
That's what this whole show is about. Right there,
if you're not on the Window Cleaner of the Year Facebook page, you might have some laughs if you show up.
Yeah, go check out the Window Cleaner of the Year Facebook page. That's Mark and Brian Brown, correct? Mark and Brian Brown's brainchild. They do the best memeing on the internet over there. So you're going to see a lot of Mario in these memes. Now this is going to be an interesting year because it's going to be 3 guys. Mark and Brian have 3 different guys to add to photos now.
Well, see, here's the thing. Before we go on, I know it's time. There's always the challenge because, like, again, with Eddie, with Frank, it was a given. We gave him a fucking 700-pound wife.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he's single, so it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I never fuck with his family or his children, his daughters.
Right.
It's so much fun in that respect. Then Eddie comes along and he's married, he's got kids, he's established. You know, there's not a lot to pull apart on Eddie. You know, so we made him into a transsexual, okay? And wherever we go with Mario, you know, it's all in good fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's just fun.
You know?
It's harmless fun. You know, and you know, we wanted to have a Window Cleaner of the Year award that wasn't so stuffy and wasn't so like, you're not allowed to make fun of this very serious thing that we just gave you.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? We're going to make our own Window Cleaner of the Year. We're going to give him a belt, and we're going to fucking have fun with it.
We're going to trash him for a fucking year.
Yeah, we're going to trash him for a year. We shit on you because we love you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's it, and that's all. It's that if you're getting memes and shit made of you, it's because 9 times out of 10, it's because we love you. If you get if you're the 10 out of the 9, then it's because you're Jello glass and you're a twat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But most of the time, it's just because we love you. You know, if your friends can't fuck with you, who can? You know what I mean?
First of all, in order to win the award, you get respect from most people. And anyone who's fucking with you most of the time is because they're jealous. They don't have their same. You don't
fucking smashed his truck, huh, man? Sorry to hear you totaled your truck, dude. That sucks, dude.
Ooh,
fuck, that's terrible, man. I just seen that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh man, dude. Sorry to hear that, dude. That's a bummer, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Damien.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That sucks. Well, I hope you still have a nice Christmas. Otherwise, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in no hurry to get off. I just wanted to make sure that I thanked everyone and I thanked Mario. And,
you
know, before we
Chris and Alex and WCR.
Chris and Alex for
all
WCR, definitely, man. Everybody over at Zero. You know, everybody. We just thank everybody that watches the show. Everyone that watches the show not live. I appreciate the shit out of you guys. You know, our views on this podcast are consistent. I mean, they're consistent. It's not a whole bunch, but it's always consistent. The same views every fucking week. I really appreciate the guys that watch this after the fact. So it's awesome.
Nice.
You guys are rad. Thank you. I'm not exactly sure the future of the podcast, how the lineup's going to work when we come back. I don't know if Seth and Jacob will be here with us. I'm not sure. I know Tim will be here with us. I know Mark will be here. I know I'll be here. And hopefully we get fucking Seth and Jacob back. You know what I mean? It would be nice to have the whole crew.
Well, and another thing too is because now Mario's the window cleaner of the year, he can come back anytime he wants.
Yeah, anytime. And
we're gonna ask you in 6 months. Do you regret? How's it feel?
Yeah. We'll definitely have you back on again. When we come back, we'll have you on again. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how long of a break we'll take. I mean, typically, I know for sure it will be all of January. I know we always take all of January off.
Yeah, back in February.
Sometime in February, Mark is going to get the itch and be like, I'm ready to do a podcast. Mark is always the one to be like, I'm ready to do a podcast. So Mark's got a bunch of shit bottled up for a month and a half of retards on the internet that he's got.
I'd rather say it instead of type it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So... I'm not sure how that'll work. I will say this, guys, the YouTube channel, I will be posting videos again. I'm going to get back to that. Awesome. I've got content ready to go for our absence. So, I'll probably do the releases will probably be on Wednesdays. It probably won't be Wednesday night. It'll probably be Wednesday mornings. I'll release my videos in the meantime. So, you know, you'll still be getting Squeegee Live shit from us. Or at least me anyways. You know, unless guys start shooting me video and sending it to me. I've been trying to get these guys to do it forever, but they never do. You know, so, you know. But either way, content's coming. You'll still get a steady dose of us. The Patreon guys are just going to get a steady dose for sure. You know what I mean? And it'll be what it's going to be. I hope everyone has a great Christmas and a Hanukkah and all of the things. And
whatever you celebrate, have
fun and enjoy. Enjoy your families and all that stuff. Happy
Mario
New Year's.
And Tim and TJ will agree with us. Starting in 2025, this is going to be a better country.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Better country in 2025. I'm gonna venture to say that this is gonna be a better podcast in 2025.
Right.
Yes, because people are, you know,
people are happy.
We're gonna make them. We're gonna make the Squeegee Live podcast great again, dude. That's what we're gonna
do. Yeah, right.
So that's what we're gonna do in 2025. So, no matter what though, like I said, no matter when the guys come back, it'd be nice if when we came back from the break that Seth and Jacob are with us. No matter what, Tim will be here as long as Tim wants to be here. So I've said it here officially live on the show. If you don't see Tim on the podcast, it's because Tim doesn't want to be here.
Tim's welcome
anytime. Even if there's 5 of us, it doesn't matter. This is the lineup. It is what it is. So.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and hug your families and give them kisses and shit, and all that good shit. You know, do all that stuff that you do with your family. Thanks everybody. Thanks windowcleaner.com. You're the best. Touch wieners with your mouth.
All right.
Congratulations, Mario.
Yeah, brother.
Congratulations.